What's up, everybody? It's your boy Alexander, man. Listen, I'm back with another episode. I'm looking at a video from the ex-Google officer that speaks out about the dangers of AI. Now, I'm telling you, it's always an ex or an ex-employee that's going to exploit everything, right? Because one thing that I am a firm believer in is like the circle of life, right? The way that we do things, it always had a pattern, and everybody was important to the process. What I'm starting to see is this AI shit is getting out of hand. Listen, this video is a year old and he's talking about the dangers of AI. I don't want y'all attention. I really just want y'all to pay attention. So I'm going to hit this play button and we're going to go from there. And then as we listen to this, I'm going to give you my intake, because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of content creators who do not understand what's going on. If you don't understand media and how easily you can be replaced, because here's the thing, if people can be replaced at the snap of a finger, just imagine how fast you can be replaced as a media outlet or as a media personality. Definitely when we got this AI shit, like they're really tripping with this, man. And I just don't like the fact that AI gets a pass for identity theft, man. So we're going to dive into it. Let's do it.
Creative is good solution that's never been tried before. You can do that with ChatGPT with a prompt. It's like
and Midjourney,
yeah,
with creating imagery. You could say, I want to see Elon Musk in 1944, New York, driving a cab of the time, shot on a Polaroid, expressing various emotions, and you'll get this perfect image of Elon sat in New York in 1944, shot on a Polaroid, and it's done what an artist would do. It's taken a bunch of references that the artist has in their mind and merged them together and created this piece of quote unquote art.
and for the first time, we now finally have a glimpse of intelligence that is actually not ours.
Yeah, and so we're kind of, I think the initial reaction is to say that doesn't count. You're hearing it with like, no, but it is like Drake. They've released 2 Drake records where they've taken Drake's voice, used sort of AI to synthesize his voice, and made these 2 records, which are bangers. They are great fucking tracks.
So if they took his voice and they made a record, why would he reference this as a Drake record? That's the problem. Right? Like, this is really like the biggest problem, right? Because the credibility of the record shouldn't be classified as a Drake record if we know for a fact that Drake didn't do it. That's all I'm saying, man. This is crazy, man.
It's like I was playing them to my girlfriend. I was like, and I kept playing it. I went to the shower, I kept playing it. I know it's not Drake, but it's as good as fucking Drake. The only thing, and people are like rubbishing it because it wasn't Drake. I'm like, well,
for now,
is it making me feel a certain emotion? Is my foot bumping? Did I not know it wasn't Drake? Would I have thought this was an amazing track? 100%.
Yeah.
And we're just at the start of this exponential curve.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And I think that's really the third inevitable. So the third inevitable is not RoboCop coming back from the future to kill us. We're far away from that. Right? Third inevitable is, what does life look like when you no longer need Drake?
Well, you've kind of hazarded a guess, haven't you? I mean, I was listening to your audiobook last night, and at the start of it, you frame various...
Did y'all hear what he said, right? He said, what does life look like when you no longer need Drake? Right? So I'm gonna ask y'all this one more time, right? Because a lot of people that y'all not getting it, right? He said, what does life look like when you don't need Drake? Like, these AI tools that they're creating, man, they are spitting out. Not only are they spitting out like a complete replica of the person from an artistic standpoint, but verbally, when they can just take your voice and put it there. Because you got to think about it, man. If a blind person was listening to this audio, you could get them to walk off a bridge. Like, if you heard a AI voice in your ear telling you to keep stepping forward and you was blind and they used your mama voice, man, you gonna fall flat off the damn bridge. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how they taking this voice, they taking the images, and then it's like they capitalizing off of identity theft, right? Like right before our face, and people like, oh, bro, that's fire. Oh, this is genius. This is like, okay, I'm telling you, they're gonna end up just like those Hispanics, those Hispanic Trump supporters. Watch.
Outcomes. In both situations, we're on the beach on an island.
Exactly. Yes. I don't know how I wrote that, honestly. I mean, but I'm reading the book again now because I'm updating it, as you can imagine, with all of the new stuff. But it is really shocking, huh? The idea of you and I inevitably are going to be somewhere in the middle of nowhere in 10 years' time. I used to say 2055. I'm thinking 2037 is a very pivotal moment now. And we will not know if we're there hiding from the machines. We don't know that yet. There is a likelihood that we'll be hiding from the machines, and there is a likelihood it will be there because they don't need podcasters anymore.
Excuse me.
Oh, absolutely true, Steve.
No, Mo,
there
that's
is
where I draw the line.
absolutely
No. That's where I draw the line.
There's absolutely no doubt.
Thank you for coming, Mo. It's great to do the part 3, and thank you for being here.
Yes,
I won't sit here and take your propaganda.
Let's talk about reality.
Next week on the Diary of a Seer, we've got Elon Musk.
Look, he's calling it propaganda, and the tech guy he's telling them that like it's reality. This is a year ago, right? We're gonna keep watching.
Okay, so who here wants to make a bet that Stephen Bartlett will be interviewing an AI within the next 2 years?
Oh, well, actually, to be fair, I actually did go to ChatGPT because I thought, having you here, I thought at least give it its chance to respond.
Yeah.
So I asked it a couple of questions.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So today I'm actually going to be replaced by ChatGPT because I thought, you're going to talk about it, so we need a fair and balanced debate.
Okay. And
so I went and asked it a couple of questions.
She said he's bold.
So I'll ask you a couple of questions that ChatGPT has for you.
Incredible. So let's follow that
So I've
thread.
already been replaced.
Let's follow that thread for a second, yeah?
Okay.
Because you're one of the smartest people I know.
That's not true.
It is.
But I'll take it. That's not true.
It is true. I mean, I say that publicly all the time. Your book is one of my favorite books of all time. You're very, 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 very intelligent. Okay? Depth, breadth, intellectual horsepower, and speed. All of them.
There's a but coming.
The reality, it's not a but. So it is highly expected that you're ahead of this curve. And then you don't have the choice, Stephen. This is the thing. The thing is, so I'm in that existential question in my head. Because one thing I could do is I could literally I normally do a 40 days silent retreat in summer, okay? I could take that retreat and write 2 books. Me and ChatGPT, right?
Dang.
I have the ideas in mind. I wanted to write a book about digital detoxing, right? I have most of the ideas in mind, but writing takes time. I could simply give the 50 tips that I wrote about digital detoxing to ChatGPT and say, write 2 pages.
Man, I just don't. Listen, man, it's like I just do not like the idea of people thinking that they as smart as they are by incorporating the internet as a source. Like, it's like people don't even got a fucking brain no more. They come up with the concept and they're gonna let ChatGPT just do everything because the way that we consume, the way that we produce, it's just so digital now, man. You don't have time to know who's lying and who's not, man. This is why I'm telling you like this. I'm going to tell you what's going to mess these people up, right? And because AI is going to force the banking industry to have to really, really step their game up, because the minute people that understand AI learn how to use that shit to manipulate these financial institutions, it's over. It's over. I'm telling you, man. Like, it's like something bad always got to happen before somebody sees something as a bad idea. And I want to get to the next video because, he's speaking about propaganda on this AI generated podcast content. And then here we are a year later. And then I want y'all to see this.
Hi, I'm Stephen Bartlett, and welcome back to 100 CEOs. Here's how it works. Every week, I'm going to write a breakdown of one of my personal inspirations, someone from history who changed the world and inspired mine. A short biography of what it is about them that I believe made them the success they are, and the 10 things you can steal from them to become a success yourself. In today's episode, I'm focusing on the one and only Steve Jobs, the visionary founder of Apple that changed the world and inspired mine. I've looked at thousands of hours of interviews, comments made by his former colleagues and team members, interviews with his wife, and I've even interviewed his biographer, who was given exclusive permission to follow Steve Jobs for years before he passed away. Steve Jobs didn't just change the world, he redefined the way we live, work, and connect with one another. As you hear these words, chances are you're within arm's reach of a product his company created.
All right, now listen, I want to play something for y'all because like it's so crazy how I even came about on this, right? Check, I want y'all to hear this, right? Watch it.
Happened a lot sooner than I thought. Big time podcasters are now doing AI podcasts. Let me show you. This is Stephen Bartlett, host of The Diary of the CEO, which is in the top 100 podcasts. But he did something interesting. He made an AI podcast, and it's good.
Is they started a new show using me, although I didn't record it, I didn't write it, even the artwork wasn't created by me, wasn't published by me, and it's live, and it's doing very, very well. Steve Jobs stands amidst his team.
He didn't write it. He didn't produce it. He didn't create the artwork. He didn't do the only thing, like he did absolutely nothing at all. And he said that it's doing well, right? So it's kind of like, do we just take AI for what it is and like incorporate it into our creativity, or like, do we really just allow technology to just eliminate the existence of like human creators, yo? Like, I don't want to fucking hear a robot. Yo, if I want, I'll go watch Terminator. I don't want to listen to like AI driven podcasts. Like, I want to know if I'm talking to Big Bank on Perspectives, right? The podcast. Like, I want to know that I'm actually listening to Bank. Like, I want to know Bank is giving me real life information, like things that really happen. Like, I want to know the creator. I want to know the podcaster, like, because this is the reason I follow people. Like, you got to think about it. If they take advantage of being able to use AI legally and steal our voices, the way that AI will make you look and sound, like, it's 10 times better, right? Nobody's smarter than technology, right? And then the more we feed the technology, the smarter we make it. It's like, and the guy says something super dope, right? He was like, where does life go at when we don't need Drake? The fact that you can take this shit and make a song, the fact that you can take this shit and make a podcast, the fact that you can take this shit and really, really just eliminate entry level jobs, like the circle of life, man, I'm telling you, man, we're losing it, yo. We're losing it. Like, I get it. AI is dope in some cases, like definitely like when you work for organizations and they're using AI to make your job easier. Because for one thing, I could say, like, when some of these corporations that people work for, I feel like AI is beneficial because slaving for these companies, that shit is dead. For the amount of money that they pay people, the job should be a lot easier, right? So like when they start incorporating tasks to make the workflow easier and to make you use less of your brain while you at work, I get it, right? That's the only thing that I see AI being beneficial for, is work related tools. They should not be popping up on your Instagram fucking being Tupac dancing to a Biggie Smalls verse. It shouldn't be fucking Steve Jobs driving down the street in a fucking 1984 Cadillac with a fucking New York Yankee hat on. Like, I don't want to see none of that shit. It's crazy because you got the world of people that consume, you got the world of people that produce, and it's like the balance between the two is like, you'll be surprised how many people consume versus create. There's not a lot of creators. So like one thing, I'm gonna tell you something about creativity, right? When you do something that people can't do, like they're just always going to clap for you because it's like, damn, that's dope. Like why did not think of that? Like creative people always want to be on the other side of, damn, why I didn't do that, or I wish I could do that, because they know the recognition that comes behind being creative. But sometimes we just sign up for bullshit, man, and we applaud bullshit, and then later on it's gonna come back and bite us. Just like I'm telling you, man, just if we could reference AI to Trump being elected, man, I'm telling you, this is exactly what's gonna happen. Everybody's clapping for it right now. It's working for some people. And then again, what's going to happen is, like I'm telling you before, until like when AI start biting people in the ass, it's going to get crazy. When AI start, when you start getting these AI calls, conspiracy theory, right? Somebody's going to create an AI bot that's going to call your phone, right? You're going to answer the phone and it's going to sound so human. I'm gonna put it in the universe because I pray that it happens, right? Because sometimes in order for them to pull the plug on certain things, shit just gotta happen, right? So what's gonna happen is somebody gonna create an AI generated tool that's gonna call people, because they already got AI bots calling as like lead generators, right? Like they're gonna call your phone and you're gonna get to talking, and then boom, they're gonna get your voice. And then you ain't gonna know that the people behind this shit is fucking fraudsters and scammers, right? They gonna get your voice, and then they gonna use that same Chat GPT to look up on the internet. The Chat GPT is gonna pull all your public records, right? And if anybody know anything about the banking industry, right, all of your questions for like Nexus, Lexus, and things like that, right? They're going to ask these questions from public records, and public records is like, these are all your security questions to get people access to your banking information. And then boom, they're going to be using AI to hack y'all motherfucking bank accounts. They're going to be using AI to process transactions. They're going to be using AI to financially tear America up. And then watch, that's when it's going to get a little dicey. It's going to get a little dicey. The people that's going to have access to AI is not going to be your everyday user. And I'm telling y'all, man, like this shit is running us in the ground. Like I said, I'm all for it in the workplace. If AI is used to make work easier, then that's cool. A little less work, a little bit more money, and then boom, we good. But outside of that, like I don't want to follow robots all day long. I don't want to see fake Biggie Smalls. I don't want to see fake Tupacs. I don't want to see Denzel Washington 1 year old talking like he's 20 years old or 30 years old. I don't care to see that shit, man. And I just pray that we move forward and figure out a way to eliminate the idea of like being able to use AI on social media, because this shit is just like, it's a free pass to identity theft, man. And people is, oh, it's fire. Oh, I can't wait to see how it goes. Oh, this is great. Oh, I listened to it and it was like, come on, dude. I wanted to follow up with this video, man, because as we move into the future, like I like when we talk about moving into the future, I want to see humans get better. I want to see us get smarter. I want to see the youth get smarter. Like the fact that the people that you may look like, and I'm thinking from like a youth standpoint, right? If the person that I look up to don't even know how to think for themselves, what kind of advice can I get from them? Right? It's going to get to the point where your kids ain't even going to be coming to you for advice. They're going to be going to Chat GPT, man. And I'm telling you, like, people are going to be lost. The kids are going to be lost. And when you start allowing people to think for you, man, it, like I'm telling you, you become a slave. Like, if your existence is relevant and there's some perpetuity involved, you are going to be a slave. you're gonna be a slave. Every time you got to do a project, you got to go to Chat GPT. And I'm telling y'all, when it gets to the point where we rely on Chat GPT so much, the same way we rely on social media so much, and then they get you to where like you need it, like you can't move forward without it, and then they put that payment gateway on the front. Oh, some of y'all fucked, man. And like some of y'all will have to pay money for the rest of your life just to be able to think. Just to creatively put your thoughts together, because you're not really creative, right? It's like you inherit AI and Chat GPT to increase your brain power, when really, man, just get out there and study, do the research, practice. Like, nobody wants to practice no more. Nobody wants to get better at shit anymore. Like the fact that we just Chat GPT everything. I got a question, Chat GPT. Like, you know, and I get it. It's always been around. Like, we'll go to Google for certain things, but Google will give you so much shit that's scattered all over the place. We just use Google as a reference, man. We didn't use that shit as a source to take a step forward. Like you can go, like, you could pull up something on Google Maps and it'll give you a direction. And if you from the city, you will be like, oh, nah, I'm gonna take this way because I know it's faster. Now, if you pull that shit up in Maps and Maps is telling you 15, 25, 10, you can be like, damn, I'm gonna pick 10 because I know, I feel like Google telling me to go this way for a reason. It must be an accident or something like, yo, it's kind of like, oh my God, y'all, shit is getting old, man. Right? Put the phones down for a second, man, and just think, yo, like, go to a space where you really just wake up and gotta be creative. Go to a space where you just gotta really pick up a pencil and write something and make sure your handwriting is tight. Like, people, and me, I ain't gonna lie to you, my handwriting is horrible because I rarely write. But the space that I'm in, I ain't gotta write unless I'm signing my name on the check after I swipe my card. And even then, when I scribble that shit, I probably could call the bank and say, yo, I don't know whose signature that is. That ain't my shit. Right? But I'm telling y'all, let's get into a space where humans are relevant now, man. Like, they replacing us. And as we live in a digital space, like, they can replicate people in digital format. And I'm telling y'all, man, some people gonna get wiped out. Let's listen to this shit a little bit so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because it's so robotic, man. I don't like this shit, because if you're supposed to be classified as the best, I don't want to know that a computer engine is behind you.
Perhaps you're holding an iPhone, sitting at a MacBook, or have an iPad tucked in your bag. His brilliance is woven into the fabric of our daily lives, from the devices we rely on to communicate, to the music we stream, and the apps we use to navigate the world. This is 100 CEOs, and this is Steve Jobs. It's the spring of 1976 in Los Altos, California. The sun casts a warm golden hue over the quiet suburban streets lined with blossoming cherry trees. Nestled among the modest homes is 2066 Chris Drive, a typical ranch-style house with a neatly kept lawn and a garage that would soon become the birthplace of a revolution. Inside that garage, a whirlwind of activity unfolds, the scent of soul...
In that garage, I mean, we call it a garage where I'm from. I don't know what y'all call it. I've never called it a garage.
Older and fresh wood mingles in the air, illuminated by the soft glow of hanging fluorescent lights. Amidst a labyrinth of circuit boards, wires, and electronic components, a young man with intense, piercing eyes and a shaggy beard. This is Steve Jobs, just 21 years old, charismatic, ambitious, and unyieldingly passionate about changing the world. Beside him stands Steve Wozniak, or Woz, as everyone affectionately calls him. With a jovial smile and an engineer's mind, Wozniak is the technical genius to Jobs' visionary mind. His fingers deftly manipulate electronic parts, bringing inert pieces of metal and silicon to life.
Ah, man, enough of this shit, man. Listen, y'all, let's get back to it, man. It's your boy Alexander, man. Listen, download Cool People Network. I designed what I designed because I love human existence. Like, I love mentorship. I love, learning from people's stories. I love learning from people's mistakes. I'm curious about the media space in a way that our media outlets are actually coming from people that lived it, people that actually made the mistakes, people that actually made the money, people that went to school, didn't go to school. Like I'm intrigued by knowing that things are possible, right? Because a human is telling me, like, I don't want to hear lies from a robot. He said he didn't even create the script. He didn't create the art. He didn't create none of this shit. And here we are. We hear his voice. And because he got 10.4 million followers on YouTube, we'll listen to this video and it has credibility because his voice is on it. I don't know, man. Listen, Cool People Network. Y'all make sure y'all check out Diary of a CEO. The real creator, not that 100 CEO bullshit that I'm looking at right now. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Cool People Network. Make sure y'all download the app, right? I want to be a tech founder, but I want to actually put in some work and be the creative mind behind what I'm doing. I don't want to, if I get into using AI to build my brand, it's going to be things that make the process better on the back end. I want people to still have to be human, man. And again, like you'll see, the fact that AI is so successful, we're going to see, because the last thing that I want the new creators to do is inherit the idea of using AI the wrong way, and then it end up biting you in the ass. So, man, let's do more research on it. Let's figure out better ways to use AI. Let's find out ways that we can boycott so that we don't see that shit in places that got you by the neck emotionally, man. Like I said, I want to see Tupac right now. I would love to hear his music. I don't want to think that I ain't never heard this Tupac song, and because I thought it was Tupac, somebody capitalizing on the other end, because we validate things through streams now. So I don't know. It gets deeper than that, y'all. Cool People Network. I'm out.
It's a blessing, I'm alive and I'm breathing. Came home for the weekend, I don't feel like leaving. Got some business up north, I be there by the evening. Man, somebody roll some reefer. Should I feel like chiefing? Should I feel like niggas ain't fucking with me either? But I leave that up to y'all. Right now, I'm on call. Knew it was the boy, said she smelled me down the hall. Told her I ain't trying to talk, she keep talking about the mall. Said y'all can keep the rest, I just want it all. Build a team, cash out, and just watch my son ball. Long live dollars, with a guy we had a ball. That shit hurt me to my soul, wish I never got the call.